What's your worst experience with a rude and entitled middle-aged woman? During college, I had a summer job with my best friend clearing trees. One morning, his chainsaw slipped and cut into the seam between his protective pants and his belt. Blood started spraying everywhere, and within seconds, he could barely stand. While the others tried to stabilize him, I ran to my car and we loaded him into the back seat. I started driving as fast as I could toward the nearest hospital, 30 miles away. About 6 miles in, we got cell coverage and managed to arrange a rendezvous point with an ambulance, but we were still struggling to control the bleeding, and time was running out. Most drivers on the highway saw me speeding and moved aside. Then, we encountered a white Nissan and a Subaru driving side by side. The driver of the Nissan, a middle-aged woman with a pixie cut, deliberately blocked me from overtaking. She slowed down far below the speed limit and matched the Subaru's pace, ensuring I couldn't get through. We were stuck behind her for a grueling 10 minutes, all while my friend's pulse weakened. Finally, at an exit ramp, I managed to pass her on the inside lane. One of the guys in the back, covered in blood, threw his soaked t-shirt out the window, and it landed on the hood of her car, smearing it as it slid across her windshield. 5 miles later, a state trooper joined us, clearing the way for the ambulance we were racing to meet. When we finally reached the paramedics, they worked quickly to transfer my friend. I jumped into the ambulance with him while the others stayed behind to explain the situation to the police. That's when the woman in the Nissan showed up. She got out of her car, stormed up to the officer, and started complaining about my dangerous driving. The officer calmly brought her around to see my blood-soaked car and my friends, who were still drenched from trying to save my best friend. She recoiled immediately, yelling that she was squeamish and didn't want to look at that disgusting mess. The officer ignored her protests, explained there was a medical emergency, and cited her for reckless and unnecessary obstruction of traffic. I wish this story had a better ending. I wish my best friend was here to laugh about the ridiculousness of that woman, but he passed away just half a mile from the hospital. If you ever see someone driving like a maniac, let them pass. You never know who might be fighting for their life.